Hey everybody, it's your girl Heavenly B, and I'm in the studio with Dale and David for another episode of the Prince George's Weekly. So today we're going to talk all about the holiday that is tomorrow. Some of you will get giddy about it, and some of you will say, "No, no, stay away from me." Either way, it is a holiday that has been around for a very long time, and I don't see it slowing down in a while. So, we're going to talk all about Halloween. Hey, guys.
Hey,
Hey,
So,
let me start. Cause now y'all know I live out in the country. It's a town, but it's a town way out in the country. And my neighbors really get into Halloween. Like the lady across the street, she decorates her whole house in Halloween stuff like a month before. She
mm,
got the Halloween lights going on. She got ghosts in the trees. She got stuff all over her porch. And then the neighbor across the street, right next to me, is starting to catch on too. So he's got a big piece of property. He's got ghosts in the yard and he's got the little hay bales all over the place. And they're like really going in on this holiday. My
that's
house
what
is
people,
bare and gonna stay bare.
I'm telling you. See, here's the thing. I'm cool with Halloween, but it ain't nothing that I can't live without. And I'm definitely not putting no effort into decorating no house. But I did see a cute house on my way home, right up the street, and they had skeletons climbing up the building onto the roof, and one of them was hanging off the roof. It was cute. It
Yeah.
was cute. So, but I don't know if I would put that effort in. And I think I would be scared driving in your neighborhood when it's dark with all that creepy stuff.
Oh, it's light because they got lights.
Oh, they got lights like
They
Christmas?
got lights all over they got spotlights.
As they say, I put this work in. You want to see this?
Yep.
huh. Yeah, I don't do the whole Halloween thing. First of all, how I was raised, it wasn't allowed for one, but
Oh,
it's my birthday,
Yeah.
so I'm
So
like,
that's tough. So,
it's not an official holiday that you get the day off, or it's not like Thanksgiving where you really just get fed. It's like it's candy,
it's
and
candy.
yeah.
I can buy my own at this point. Um, and like in my neighborhood, my family is the only one with small children, so it's not like we have an influx of trick or treaters walking around knocking on your door, which is fine by me because I don't really want to be disturbed anyway.
Because it's your birthday.
It's my
It's your
birthday.
birthday.
I'm not trying to give you none of my treats. I want them for me. So,
I know that's right. I'm never going to be mad at somebody having that one day in the year to themselves to be selfish.
yeah, I
That's just
tell
all about
people
them.
go to restaurants. I'm like, it's my birthday. Really? No, man. My birthday's on Christmas. Come on, guys. Like, come on, man.
Well, I will say I was like talking about it actually earlier today because I dressed up with the kids. So they asked me to be a character. And so I was telling them, like, there are people who celebrate, then there are some who don't celebrate because that's how they grew up. Like, especially if you grew up as a Christian and in the church, you either had first you had nothing, then they changed it to Holy Wing because they didn't want the church kids to feel like they were missing out on childhood. So you could come dressed as an angel instead of a witch, and we'll give you some candy at the church. And now it's Hallelujah night. I don't know what it's going to evolve into after that, but some people are totally against it. And I didn't grow up in a place like where we couldn't celebrate Halloween, even though I grew up Christian. I think that where I grew up was in an environment where it was safe to celebrate Halloween, right? So we couldn't go trick or treating.
That too.
So my mom used to always throw us parties. That's why I probably love parties to this day. We used to have Halloween parties every year. She would let the neighborhood kids come to our house, but we couldn't go out from house to house. Um, and so Halloween was fun for us. It was never about evil. It was just about dressing up in costumes and seeing everybody, seeing what they put together and what they create and eating candy. Kids love candy. So
Yeah.
yeah.
To
Now, from my
piggyback,
perspective, I got like three generations of Halloween. So when I was a kid, and I'm talking way back in the 1970s, young people. So it was a time before time. We would actually get dressed up, but I mean, we grew up in the hood and we grew up poor. So whatever Halloween costume we had was whatever my mama made from the stuff that was in the house.
Yep.
And
We
then
did
we
that
would go
too.
trick or treating as a group, and all the little cousins would get together, dressed as Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy. We would go to the houses we knew were safe in the neighborhood, and they were only the safe houses. And
Mm-hmm.
it was we would be gone for like 15, 20 minutes
Get all
because
that candy. Whew.
we get a little bit of candy. You don't need too much, but you can't go on the other street because that's a dangerous street.
Mm.
We're on this street, and we know these 16 houses. That's it. Night's over. Come on home. And then when we got older, and my mother moved us out to the suburbs, we had parties because
Dang.
you knock on
Oh, y'all the opposite. So it's so funny because when we were in the city, we had parties, but then
right.
when we moved over to Maryland, then we finally went to go trick or treating.
Yeah.
So
We did the exact opposite.
yeah.
We
But
was
for
good
me, by that
trick-or-treating.
time, I didn't even want to go trick or treating. You know, you get a certain age, you think it's too, you take it too old for trick or treating.
Yeah.
Except it's free candy, so why not?
But some of the people make you feel like that too.
Yeah.
That question was asked today, like, how old is too old for you to give out candy? I said, I'll give out the candy. I don't care how old. As long as you got a costume on, I don't care how old until the candy gone. Once the candy gone, leave me alone.
The lights
But
go
y'all
off.
put age limits on the candy. You bought it for a reason.
Yeah. Listen, but one of the things that I will
You
say,
could be 75. I don't care.
even when we were growing up, going back to the safety thing, people used to trick or treat at regular hours. Like you didn't have people trick or treating at 11:30 and past that, knocking on somebody's door with the scariest costume. I like nowadays when my wife and I moved into our townhome the year before we got here, our neighbor had told us that one Halloween, a bunch of teenagers just literally they rushed him in his house and used like a fire extinguisher and stuff all over the house and vandalized his property. And I'm like, I'm glad that happened before I got here, because if you come inside my house, it ain't trick or treating no more. It's physical. And you can't blame that on, oh, they're just having fun. It's a little bit different. Like when we were our age, 8:30, you're done. You're back home. It's a school night in some situations anyway, but you wasn't out all hours of the night just causing havoc and knocking on everyone's door. It's different now.
Yeah. I don't know. I ain't never had that. Shoot, last year, to be honest, nobody even came to the door. So I'm thinking that I'm back in the city now too. So maybe their parents are thinking like how my parents were, like, we're gonna have a party, we're gonna stay inside. I didn't see it wasn't a lot of kids that came out. I didn't get any knocks on the door last year. So
were you
I
in the
think
city
that
last
people,
year?
huh?
Were you in the city last year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's been over a year already. So what I feel like though is, I know people are still celebrating. We see it everywhere. The kids are getting costumes. The celebs are getting costumes. I feel like people are just celebrating it much differently. I know I gave the kids a Halloween party today, just in case they don't get to go out. They had so much candy, they don't need to go out, even if they have intentions to go out and play games and wear the costumes and had a ball. But I wanted to transition to this question. Like, what would be the reason you think adults are so engrossed in Halloween? Because we understand why the kids love it. Candy, candy, candy. But adults, we like candy, but we can live without it. So what's the appeal to us?
Well, let me start. Because I had that whole period when I was a young parent that I didn't celebrate Halloween. I celebrated a little bit when I was a kid, and then I'm a teenager, older teenager. It's really not for me. I'll hand candy out, but I'm not going trick or treating. I'm not dressing up, whatever.
Yeah.
Like David, I can buy my own candy. And then I became a dad. So as a dad, now you want to celebrate it with your kids to give them the same kinds of memories that you had when you were a kid, when everybody dresses up and everybody goes out in the neighborhood and everybody trick or treats, and you see your friends who's a ghost this year and next year they're
Superman.
Yeah, or Superman, or whatever it is, and y'all get to have those experiences, and you can go back to when you were a child. So we, as parents, celebrate Halloween mostly for our kids.
Yeah.
Now, my kids are old enough that there were times when our Halloween was going to the mall, and they had like 2 hours, and go to all the little stores in the mall in your little Halloween costume and get your candy, and you don't have to go outside.
And you know, my mama said that they said this year they wasn't, the mall said they're not giving out no candy. I said, now we must really be on hard times when the store's not giving out candy no more.
Right.
That sounds like a handout from the government. So we're gonna say no.
I might need to be giving out some noodles or something right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my appeal, it's not like, even like I said, it's not like it's one of those things I could live without. But I like a reason to dress up. Y'all, I like a reason to dress up. So whether it's a Halloween party, whether it's a Christmas party, if it's a party and it allows me to go beyond just my everyday gear and put some extra effort into being creative and fun, I really like that aspect of it. So
Yeah.
I'm never really a scary character. Here and there I'll be scary. And if ever I'm a scary character, just know I ain't feel like spending money on a costume, so I wanted to paint my face. Like literally. That's the only way. But if I'm spending money on a costume, I'm always going to be something like fantasy or whimsical, like cartoon character or something like that. Like that's kind of the angle that I like to go. It's just fun. So I think a lot of adults really get to kind of get the nostalgia of childhood by participating in stuff like that. And it's actually an opportunity to not be taken so seriously. It's an opportunity to wear what you want without being judged, and to just not worry about the cares of the world for a night. You know, so I just think that's really the appeal, and that's why people have a lot of fun. And listen, we take the kids trick or treat and drop them back off, and then we go into the grown up party.
Right. So there are all these grown-up parties for Halloween, and people get like serious about their costumes for the grown-up parties with alcohol.
Yeah. And have a ball.
And have a ball.
Be Power Rangers. I mean, you know, people be all kinds of stuff. You always wanted to be, you know, we all wanted to be a Power Ranger, David. I was just talking about the Pink Ranger. I remember now.
The Black Ranger and the Green Ranger for me.
I'll never forget, though. I will never forget, because when they first started talking about Power Rangers before I ever seen it, and it was like, what Ranger are you? And I just said pink, and it just happened to really be a pink one. I was like, whoo. And then I got turned on or put on to Power Rangers. But yes, we all wanted to be a Power Ranger. So now as an adult, you got the money to not only go buy the costume, but to make it your own, to make it hot, and make it fly. It's fun. Yeah.
I'll say it's definitely a great escape from reality.
Yes.
Folks.
For a couple of hours.
I got a question. So what does Halloween look like 10 years from now? We know what it looks like 10 years ago. We know what it looks like 20 years ago. What does it look like 10 years from now?
I think it looks like this, but probably I think trick or treat and may fade all the way out eventually. I think it's going to be just parties. And I already also see a change in like, okay, I look at the people online, celebrities and stuff like that. It's like now Halloween is a photo shoot too. So it's not even necessarily the costume that you're going to wear on Halloween, but it's a series of costume over a series of days, and you're doing photo shoots to show yourself dressed up as a character, but it's still not interactive. You know, it's not, that's what we talk about, like the way that being online has stopped us from being in community. But hopefully it stays a trend where we're taking pictures to show off for likes, but then we still would go to the party on actual Halloween. I hope it stays that way.
I would say I think it'll be 10 years from now more creative but less connected, like she said. And because of things like AI, people won't even have to create their own outfits. They'll be able to create a picture, and it's just like a whole virtual album of what I look like in my Halloween, blah blah blah. And it's like, but where's the
boring?
Where the parties? Where the you just did this in your bathroom. Whoop-de-doo.
Here's the thing, though. It's like you take away. I'm like, what is going to be left of the wonder of childhood, though? I'm not a child, so I can't imagine from their eyes. It's my mom. But I can't imagine from their eyes what they're experiencing. But childhood, it was just so carefree. It was just like a wonder. We were excited about using our imaginations for everything. Seeing something like that was like, oh my God, mommy, did you see? Now it's like these kids, nothing. We give them, we're too real for them. We keep it too real for them. Like, they don't get to believe in Santa Claus. They don't get to believe in the Tooth Fairy. They don't get to believe in anything. They don't get to use their imaginations to create like that for Halloween. So it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, go ahead.
I'm gonna go looking online to see if I can find a Zoom Halloween party. So it's gonna be a whole bunch of grown folks in little screens just like us. And somebody's a DJ playing the music, and they got their own drinks at home, and they're gonna be partying, but in 3 different cities or in 10 different cities all over the world, but they're gonna be dressed up.
And they're gonna call it fun.
And they're gonna call it fun.
But it's boring. And again, that's cool for the adults, but I just think about the kids. Like, if we get away from connection with the kids, where's the wonder of childhood? What would they look back on and remember? Because they're not going to say, man, remember we had that Zoom party? They're not. It has to be some connection. So I'm hoping we can keep some connectedness with the kids above all. I just want them to experience that. I'm that girl, though. Like, when the kids come, I'm the girl that's going to have some paw prints, some deer hooves going through the house for Christmas. I'm going the extra mile. I'm not doing Elf on the Shelf, but the elf gonna stay on that same position.
Listen, you have the ability to make the connection. You're your child's first connection. So I'm like, I don't raise my children with this or on screens. They know how to use it, but that's not taking my place. And so, like, when it comes to things like Christmas, Tooth Fairy, and all that, my daughter wrote a letter to the Tooth Fairy last year, telling the Tooth Fairy that, hey, I took care of my teeth, so I expect a little bit more. And I was like, I'm not even mad at it. The Tooth Fairy gave a little more because, hey, you thought enough to write a note. Cool.
Impressive, because the way things are going, it's like you could put it in your kids all you want to. As soon as they get to school, their little friends who parents want to keep it real, then told their kids, and now their kids are telling your kid, Santa's not real. And now they're coming home talking about, Mommy, Daddy, is Santa real? It's just like too much. I'm like, dang, at least give them to a certain point to enjoy. But I ain't gonna lie, I ain't believe them people anyway. I've been strong-willed. They told me that. I was like, yes, it is. Santa is
at your house because you bad. Santa real at my house.
I'm telling you, how I get all them presents? How I get them? My mom said she was broke.
Now, I have instructed my kids. I was like, if you ever see anyone come down the chimney, come get me.
Somebody coming down that chimney is on.
I don't care what time of year it is. Come get me.
But I'll tell you, if we, though we're talking about Halloween, if we talk about just the holiday season in general, when you talk about Christmas and stuff, kids, I think at a certain age, they start having questions. So that's why I say, let's let them enjoy it before their mind starts wandering and asking all the questions. Just let them have a little moment.
How does Santa have the same wrapping paper as you, Mom?
So that's how my mom and them see. They did not wrap their gifts. No, they wrapped their gifts. They didn't wrap Santa's gifts. So all the wrap gifts they had under the tree all throughout leading up to Christmas. And then somehow on Christmas Day, we come out to all of these other gifts that's unwrapped, the bikes and stuff. And those are supposed to be the gifts from Santa.
Nice.
Yeah.
But we didn't understand. We ain't had no chimney. So we like, well, how does Santa get in here?
Right. Does he have a key or does he?
Right. So then it was on the balcony. Why did he come through the balcony? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Why Santa don't ever eat our cookies? He full from all the other houses that he came to.
He got on the diet when he got to your house.
I'm telling you, like, Mom, my mom and them could at least bit the cookie. I guess they said we didn't spend all night wrapping gifts. We don't want no cookies.
Right.
So,
I know Heavenly ain't wash her hands, so I ain't eating that cookie.
hey, hold up now. How I get you straight?
You were 6 years old. Would you eat that cookie?
But I tell y'all how I found out. I always tell people I found out literally. I don't remember how old I was, but I probably was like 7 or 8. I was going to the bathroom in the middle of the night and seeing my stepfather putting a bike together. He didn't know I seen him. I ain't say nothing because they used to tell us Santa gonna put salt and pepper in your eye if you ain't sleep. It's gonna burn. So I was like, let me hurry up. So they say anything to get us to go to bed so they can get stuff done. So I told myself, if that bike is sitting under that tree unwrapped in the morning, then Daddy is Santa Claus. When it was sitting there unwrapped in the morning, I said, but I never ruined it for the younger ones. But I said, I know Santa ain't real now. It was so fun. And with the Tooth Fairy, listen, my mother always forgot to put the money, so I ain't really rock with the Tooth Fairy that much anyway.
I told them, I said, I wish I had the Tooth Fairy that y'all got because inflation done hit her. I was like, you got a few Tooth Fairies. Your grandmother's a Tooth Fairy. Your other grandparents. I'm like, I only had one. And she didn't even come every time I lost a tooth.
I'm telling you, you be looking under that pillow every morning.
That pillow
but nothing. Tooth still be there, wrapped in that little piece of tissue.
or you get left with some clang. Like, whoa.
Some change. Ooh.
Oh, y'all got bills? We always got change.
Oh no, you get bills. We got bills here and there. I really ain't get it that much. My mom always forgot. Often forgot. I won't say always. Often forgot.
My kids got a $1 coin.
Oh, that's
nice. My grandma used to send me to the movies with dollar coins.
Yeah.
I have a rough struggle story. Saying, no, let me stop. I used to be up in there like, hey, I don't want nobody to see me. I'm here with all these dollar coins, but I'm going to the movies.
They take them.
They sure did.
That is real currency.
They sure did. Now I want some. I want a couple of them. But yeah, so that is my excitement around Halloween. I think Halloween is a good fun time. As long as you can keep Halloween good and safe and wonderful for the kids. Dress up, have fun. And as adults, go ahead and let that childhood nostalgia hit you. And let's just enjoy this holiday season because we're coming up on all the holidays, y'all.
Before we go though, we gotta acknowledge David's birthday. Oh, Halloween.
Happy birthday, David.
Happy birthday, David. That must be hard though.
It's interesting. So my mom told me, and I was kind of shocked by this. When I was born in the hospital, the nurse that was delivering me, the doctor was going to deliver me, came in the room with a witch's mask on and told my mom she was going to give birth to a witch or a warlock. And now anybody who knows my mom, she wasn't having that. She was like, no, I'm not going to have that. And my mom, when I tell you, she's the definition of Christian. She's like, nah, this is not. She's like, first of all, why would you even come in here?
Who would say that?
And with the mask, it's like, that's not settling at all. Like, so literally, I think she said maybe the hour before I was born, the shift switch. And somebody else came in and delivered me. I was like, well, thank God, because that's just weird. Like to say that and then to have like that's a little weird.
Weird. Some weird people.
So I always on my birthday, it's always just been kind of interesting because most of the time people like when I would tell them when my birthday was, I'm like, ew. I mean, I didn't choose when to come here. Like I didn't, I was born on that day. It is what it is.
I ain't gonna lie, my birthday was Halloween. I'll be having Halloween parties for my birthday every year.
Every year.
Now,
it would be a costume party and a big cake singing me happy birthday.
I wish people would give me candy for free simply because it's my birthday. I'll take that. I love candy. But, growing up around other people who are getting dressed up and doing this, it's for Halloween. Blah, blah. Okay, well, enjoy, have fun. I'm gonna try to celebrate my birthday. Ugh, why would you celebrate your birthday on this day? It's my birthday. When
So you never had parties growing
I
up?
did at times, and it depended on when Halloween would fall. So, like if it was, if Halloween fell on a Thursday, a lot of times people would go out on Friday to celebrate. If it fell on a Friday, then some people would come out on Friday, and then they would come out on Saturday as well. So it's like picking and choosing depending on what they wanted to do with me. People would say, "Oh, we got plans," or that whole thing. I was like, okay. So eventually, after a while, I was like, "Well, I'm gonna celebrate me. Y'all have fun. Y'all do what you do. I'm gonna celebrate myself." And so it's never really been a thing where I felt like I lost out, because I'm like, it's my birthday, man. Listen, I celebrate being alive. So however that looks, I go out to restaurants. I may go out. We had parties or go out to somebody else's gathering. Like, hey, yo, it's my birthday. Oh, it's your birthday. Yeah. So y'all gonna give me something? What? But it's a unique birthday, but I mean, it's a birthday. It's a day to be alive. So I ain't mad at it. I ain't ashamed of it. Hey, that's the day I was born,
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. Thank you for the birthday wishes and love. This will be the first one without my dad. So it's a few things going on this time. So it's like, I'm glad to be alive. Glad to be alive.
Yeah. I'm telling you. Yep. Yes. Well, I'm happy for you, and I hope you do something super fun, and I hope you have all of the things that bring you joy, your favorite food, your favorite people, and just good vibes, good energy. Yeah.
I'm going on a date with my wife. I'll take that.
Yes, I love that. Well, I think that's all for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining us this week for another episode of the Prince George's Weekly. We hope to see you guys again next week, same time, same place. We love you guys. Peace. Bye-bye.